Hey, everybody. Welcome on into the Friday episode here of the Payoff Pitch, powered by BetUS, a fantastic sportsbook. Go down in this video description, grab that link, and hop on over to BetUS and go over and check them out. I'm, of course, Jason. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel. Excited for today's show. We've got no early baseball. We've also don't have a small slate, so we can resume our normal program. Yesterday was a little bit different, but ready to get back at it today. What's going on this morning, Squirrel?
Not too much. You had asked me if I woke up upset, and no, I went to bed upset with the Houston Astros. They killed my sweep, so I was sitting there 2-0. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning, up 6-3, and it didn't end so well with the Yankees walking off. But whatever. So they, still a profitable 2-1 day. But man, you just when you're on the cusp of 3-0. And you're up by 3 in the bottom of the ninth, you're like, damn, bro.
No, that hurt. That's highway robbery right there. That's just highway robbery. That's a brutal beat. I had a tough beat yesterday on one of my leans. I gave out that Athletics money line. Have you ever seen a team score 2 runs and not get a hit? What happened in that top of the ninth? How did the Mariners get 2 runs and no hits? Baseball is crazy. If I actually bet the Athletics, throwing stuff out the window. I mean, just hurling it out the window, and it's going to fall about 40 flights down because I'm in a high rise. So watch out below. I don't know how 2 runs, no hits. What?
I had the opposite side of that game, so I was happy when God, he looked like a Amish guy, that the dude with the beard or whatever. Yeah. He was whipping them, dude. It was so bad.
Brutal.
How do you get in the MLB and you can't even like? Not only did he not hit the strike zone, but we were talking, he was 10 feet off the catcher, dude.
He Ricky Vaughn style out there yesterday, throwing them wild pitches. Just come on in, boys. I'm throwing another one in the dirt or way the hell over there where the catcher can't reach it. Ricky Vaughn style. That's some funny stuff what happened out there in that Mariners game. So, man, baseball is crazy. You're going to bet this thing 180 days over the course of, the MLB season. You're going to fall into stuff like that. So, if you're an Athletics bettor yesterday, I feel your pain. If you're an Astros bettor, I also feel your pain as well. So,
yeah.
Did I have any tough beats yesterday? No, I think I just had losses. I don't think I had any kicking the groins yesterday. Thankfully not. So with that being said, though, let's see what's on today's slate. We've got the second inning. We call it around the bases. We'll each take a couple of games and we'll break them down. Let's go ahead and have the Squirrel kick it off with something he wants to talk about on today.
Sure, man. So this is something I've been debating back and forth of. You have 2 pitchers to start the game, to start the slate, really. The earliest game as being 5:40 Central, in the Mets and the Marlins. And immediately, what is going to draw your attention here? Sandy Alcantara. And for very good reason. I mean, the guy has gone recently 9 innings in a game. He generally goes 7-8 innings in a game. Tons of quality starts, 11 of them to be exact. And in those 11 quality starts, the team has won 9-2. One of only, I think, 3 or 4 pitchers to have done this, up there with another guy that's on the mound today, actually. And that is, I think it was Alek Manoah of the Toronto Blue Jays. And Martin Perez has done this as well. He's such a good pitcher. I mean, you just watch him and it's I'm just in awe of what I'm seeing compared to just your kind of run-of-the-mill average pitcher. When I compare him, however, to Taijuan Walker, it's really, he's not that bad. I mean, Taijuan Walker is not that bad of a pitcher. So I start to think, okay, do I take an under? It would have to be first 5 for me. But for some reason, that 3.5 number feels scary because of the ability to hit on both sides. I know that the Marlins can hit the ball. I know that obviously the Mets can hit the ball. And I'm just such a money line player that I think if I were to take a play in this game, and I'm still fairly undecided on it, I would have to lean Marlins at a -135, even though it is kind of scary against the Mets and whatnot. It just, to me, feels and looks like a Marlins day.
Right. I would say if you're interested in that game and you're making that selection, because you want to back Alcantara. The one thing you, I guess, would have on your side is the Marlins went to that bullpen nice and early yesterday. I mean, Braxton Garrett had only given up 1 run. Sure, was giving up hits, but the runs weren't coming, at all. He had 7 strikeouts, and he didn't even go 5 innings. So they went to that bullpen early. So maybe, obviously, they're going to stick with Sandy, I think, for a fair amount. So if you're in this game and I want to back Sandy, you're at least going to get Sandy for, until he's, not good. They're going to let him. They're going to stick with them. So okay, cool. So you like the Marlins today? As one of your as something you're looking at today?
Yeah.
I want to switch it over. Let me switch it over to this Rockies versus Twins game. Boy, I like this Rockies, and I like this Rockies F5 team total over 1.5 runs. It comes in at minus 145. I'm not going to be scared that maybe the Rockies have burned me. Look, I watched that Rockies game yesterday more than I want to sit here and admit. I obviously caught the first inning with everybody, and as soon as I came back from picking up my son, I threw the game right back on again because we were on that over in that game. And I thought the announcer said it really well. It was either like at the 6th or the 7th inning. He's like, how do we have 4 runs? We have so many hits. Both teams are hits. Rockies were in double digits hits. So the Rockies are hitting the ball. They weren't doing good situational hitting yesterday at all, and they weren't obviously getting that timely hit. But I still love the Rockies at 2.74 runs in the first 5 innings, 2.67 in their last 3 games. They're good for 1.94 on the road. We get Dylan Bundy starting there for the Twins. We faded him. His season generally has just been inconsistent. I mean, look at his game log. He's going to be good and bad. But I'm going to lean on this Rockies offense. That is still good versus right-handed pitching. In fact, there's good versus left-handed pitching as well. But they're still good versus right-handers, which is what we care about. Dylan Bundy does come off a good start, but that was against the Diamondbacks, and they don't hit right-handers. Like, if you're only backing the Diamondbacks this season, you're going to wait until they face a left-handed starter. You're not going to even consider it against a right-hander. So I'm not going to read too much into him coming off a good start because this game log is just about as up and down as it gets. Give me the Rockies team. They're hitting the ball well. They're good against right-handers. They score. I'll take them in the first 5 to hope that they can get 2 runs and deliver us a minus 145 cash. What's another game for you, Squirrel?
Yeah, with Marquez being equally as bad, that is who's on the mound there, correct? Still?
Yeah, Marquez, yeah.
With him being, really equally as bad, what would you think about an over in the game as well? I know also here in Minnesota it is hot. It's been very hot, very humid. It's going to help at least with the flight of the ball and whatnot. But I don't trust either pitcher, and the only downside being that Bundy's not a lefty for the Rockies. That's when their batting is at their best, but. Right. I don't know if it's going to matter with Bundy's track record.
Okay, that's you talking about your second game? That's your game.
Sure can be.
Okay. So you like the over in a game? Okay, cool.
I do.
All right, let me switch over now to the Cubs and Cardinals. I'm back on this Cardinals train over 4.5 runs for their team total. Comes in at minus 115. You got that Cardinals offense that is just sit top 10 all season long. Very rarely do we show them outside of a top 10, and now's not a time to show them out of top 10. They're in the top 10. You're getting Kyle Hendricks here on the mound there for the Cubs. We talked about his home and away split, so we're getting him on the road, so that's where we prefer to have him. And obviously there's lots of familiarity. They've not faced him this season, but this Cardinals team knows him over the years, obviously interdivision games. So they'll know what they're going to get from Hendricks. And this Cubs bullpen is bottom 3, really, really ugly numbers, bottom in some categories. So I'm willing to do the full game team total, even though they are the home team, because I want that piece of that Cubs bullpen that is just atrocious right now. So I like that Cardinals offense. I like it against both pitching, starting, and bullpen-wise. So I'll take over 4.5 runs as that team total, and it comes in at minus 115. All right, let's shut up now and give these guys some pitching props. What's the guy you're targeting on the mound today?
Go ahead, because I'm interested to see what you got so far.
Okay, I've got 2 that I want to talk about here in this inning. I actually moved a third one as my best bet because my best bet got ruined today. I'll talk about that here in a little bit later. But the first pitching prop I want to talk about is Mitch Keller. Anybody saw Mitch Keller on the game log today? I'm going to back this guy today. What? Did he just say he's going to back Mitch Keller? I'm going to back him now for our second time this season. Remember, we backed him, a few starts ago against the Tigers, and we were rewarded when he was able to strike out enough Tigers. I think today he's going to strike out enough Tampa Bay Rays, and I'm going to take him at over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 114. It's only cashed in 4 of his 11 starts, but again, we seem to be pushing the right buttons with Mitch Keller. Got him right against the Tigers. I think it's another good spot with the Tampa Bay Rays at the second highest K percentage versus right-handers. They've actually been one of the highest strikeout teams all season long, and right now they're struggling being the second highest. Coming with a high strikeout rate, they're also sitting 24th in batting average. They're only hitting 217 versus right-handers. I think Mitch Keller can get it done. It's going to be scary. He's going to give up hits. We know this guy inside and out, but he's shown a higher velocity this season. He's sitting in about 96, 97. Ready to strike out. Come on, Mitch Keller. Come home for the people. Give us 5+ strikeouts at minus 114.
Definitely. For some plus money, I would not recommend this, I think, as a full unit play, but something to certainly take a look at might be at plus 120 or better, Merrill Kelly potentially against Detroit Tigers, which I have no faith in whatsoever. The problem being the number is at 5.5, and generally he's hitting around 5. There's some 6s and 8s sprinkled through his game log, but the juice is quite heavy on the under. I just think considering the opponent, considering you're getting plus 120 is pretty decent. I would maybe go a half unit on that, just considering the number. Had it been 4.5, oh yeah, absolutely, but then it would be juice to the over as well. So in terms of value, I think it's quite a possible play to cash at some good plus money.
Yeah, I was looking at Merrill Kelly in terms of his outs recorded, and that kind of plays in with your strikeouts over. I think he pitches deep into that game against the Tigers at home. I think Diamondbacks are the better team right now. I like that angle right there with Merrill Kelly. So another pitching prop I want to go ahead and talk about is Adrian Hauser. They're the Milwaukee Brewers. Think he gets over 3.5 strikeouts today against those Blue Jays at minus 127. This one's cashed in 3 of his last 4 games. It's cashed in 8 of his 13 games overall. And the Blue Jays come in with the 4th highest K percentage versus right-handers. Add in, they've regressed versus right-handers. We know that at the beginning of the week they were on fire, right, when they were playing the White Sox. They've come down to earth. They're now 19th in batting, only hitting 227. And other offensive categories, really other than power, sit about middle of the pack. So I think Adrian Hauser can give us 4+ strikeouts. And at minus 127, I'll go ahead and take the chance that he can get it done for us. All right,
sure.
4th inning.
One last one. It's minus 150. It is juice, but how the hell could you not expect Zach Greinke to get at least over 2.5 strikeouts against the Oakland Athletics? Those are the worst bats in the entire league, and really, there's like 3 games that he hasn't done that through the whole year so far.
Mm-hmm.
Some juice, but I'll take Greinke against the worst bats in the league without a doubt. Why not?
We didn't get our walk prop. I wanted to do under 1.5 walks with Greinke. Remember how that was such an early season gem? Yeah, I didn't get that. The only thing I would give you pause about that one, the Greinke play, is he's coming off an elbow injury. Who knows how long he's going to pitch in this game. So obviously they sent him down to the minors. They've built him up. He's healthy. He's in there. But don't be surprised if maybe they baby him along a little bit maybe in his first start. That'd be my only concern there.
Consideration then, yep, for sure.
All right, 4th inning, long shots. Which dog you guys is going to be barking today, Squirrel?
I hate to say this, but I have to get rid of the emotions and the feelings of yesterday, and I'm going to, unfortunately, back the Houston Astros again.
Okay.
Against the New York Yankees. Verlander has been great. The concern, I think, perhaps with what I saw with Verlander, as well as record is excellent and the numbers are really good, I think the quality of the opponents in which he's faced hasn't been the utmost. Let me pull up here what he's done. It's been really, I don't know, like Texas Rangers, Oakland, Seattle a bunch, LA Angels, which, their bats haven't been amazing. Or at least in the first half of, I guess, where we're at now. I don't know. There hasn't been Yankees and a bunch of Toronto Blue Jays and, the Atlanta Braves and all these heavy hitting teams. So I'm wondering if that skews a little bit of it going against Severino here. But Verlander has had quite a few quality starts and really is up there in the numbers. And I mean, regardless, I guess, of the quality of the team, as we talked about, they're still professional batters, right? I mean, they're still professional MLB players, and he hasn't been hit around, So I mean, at least he has something in his pitch arsenal there. I'm hoping for an Astros, redemption game. I mean, yesterday they should have had it. I don't know. I mean, again, at plus money, I will go ahead and take him. I mean, I know Severino's decent and everything.
Yeah,
But
Severino's doing nice this season. He's doing real nice.
you know, so is Verlander, and at plus money, it's the same kind of play I made yesterday. I thought it was decent yesterday. I think it's decent again today for plus money.
Okay, all right, back on those Astros today. I'm going to throw out two dogs today. Talk about both of them, maybe quicker than normal because I got two of them. I like the Rockies today against the Twins. Look, you get the Colorado Rockies offense against right-handers. They got the better average, on-base percentage, better slugging, on-base per slugging. They strike out less, and they're drawing more walks versus right-handers. So I'll take the better offense in the Rockies. If we look at the starters, I think Dylan Bundy gives up a couple of runs. I think Marquez also gives up a couple of runs. So now we transition to a bullpen game. Twins coming off a game in which they used their good arms and getting a win yesterday against the Guardians. But to go along with that, outside of opponents' batting average, which isn't a touch worse, the Rockies do it better from a bullpen perspective. So I'm going to take a chance that the Rockies can deliver a nice underdog cash for people, and that'll come in at plus 144. So the Rockies will knock off the Twins today. And then I think another one today that'll go ahead and be a winner today is I like Milwaukee to go ahead and knock off the Blue Jays today. From an offensive standpoint versus right-handed pitching, it's about as even as it gets. Brewers actually check in better. It's only a tick better really across the board in every stat, but the Brewers are better across the board versus right-handers. From a starter perspective, we'll go ahead and give the nod there to the Blue Jays. I don't think there's anything to deny that. But if we can get into a tight game, it is no doubt you're getting a top 5 bullpen in the Brewers versus a bottom 5 bullpen in the Blue Jays, and that's where a massive advantage comes in. If Hauser can just keep it together and maybe give up a quality start, if he can go 5 innings of 3 runs and switch it over to that bullpen, you got Hader and Williams. While they did pitch yesterday, they hadn't pitched previously since Monday. Those guys will be ready to come right back in today's game. They only threw 13 pitches most by one of them yesterday. These guys are ready. So if we can get into our good arms in this Brewers bullpen, I think the Brewers will also deliver an upset victory. So give me those Brewers at plus 125. And let's move it over now to keep swinging. 5th inning. Let's give these guys some hitting props. Who you got today?
I'm going to go ahead and place a $100 bill on saying that you are on one of these two guys as well.
Okay.
I will say, and it does back one of your plays as well. It's going to be either Nolan Arenado or Paul Goldschmidt on, for me, the over 1.5 total bases, as the hits are way too juiced. You have Goldschmidt getting a ton of extra base hit, or at least 2 bases off of Kyle Hendricks. A few of these guys, really. I mean, it's Harrison Bader. A lot of these Cardinals are hitting Kyle Hendricks very well. Arenado, though, you're getting some great power, as well as he's taken 3 home runs off of Hendricks. So really getting that over 1.5 shouldn't be a problem for either one of these guys, as there is power there and is a good track record with quite a few at bats. Upwards of 40 times they've seen this guy, or 40 plate appearances they've seen Kyle Hendricks. So it's not a small sample size per se, and some great numbers to back it. So you're getting either plus 110 for Arenado to go over 1.5 total bases, or I think it was slightly slightly minus. It's minus 130 for Goldschmidt. So perhaps Arenado is your better play for value wise, but either way, pretty comparable.
All right, sweet. I just made $100, folks. You hear that? I gotta send this man my PayPal information. I thought those guys were
not on one of those.
I thought they were relatively too easy, so I didn't bring them up. I thought, great picks. Obviously, people should bet them, but no, I didn't pass on it. Who I am going to give out though is I'm going to try and do another total bases. We got a great cash yesterday there with Aguilar there in that first at bat, ripping that double. Let's see if we can't do that today. Let's do Loreno there of the Oakland Athletics. There are the Oakland Athletics, 8 for 16 versus Greinke, and he's bringing power to the plate. 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs in those 8 at-bats. You can get over 1.5 total bases at plus 110. He's a number 3 hitter, so instead of waiting until the second inning, we're going to get a first-inning cash when he goes bomb off Greinke in the first inning. Going to love that right there. So just going to give that one out today. I don't have 2 guys to parlay. I'm feeling confident just like I was yesterday in Aguilar. Loreno's going to come in at plus 110, so let's go ahead and do it. All right, Steele, 6th inning. There was a bet that you just had to bet today, and what is it? What's a steal for you?
It's one of 2 overs, and I don't know which one I feel like calling a steal because I think they both are. Hmm. I think we briefly talked about it already in the second inning. I will say it is a steal to take over 9 in the Rockies and the Twins, just because of both pitchers being pretty terrible. I think the only downside being, um, that Bundy's not a lefty, but I just don't think it's going to matter in this case where it's hot. The Twins, I trust them at least for having a good lineup. Being a Twins fan, the one thing that really irritates me about them is the amount of players they leave on base. It seems like every time I watch a game, they load bases and strand everybody. It kind of bothers me, but at least if you're getting guys on, you should be able to bring them home today against German Marquez. And I just expect runs from both sides of the ball. I think it's a great play.
Okay, all right, that's your steal today. I'm going to go ahead and do what I did last Friday. Does everybody remember I like to give out NRFIs? Last Friday, I picked 4 teams that I thought could score in the first inning, and I said you should bet all of them, and I was right. I was right. I should say that. I got 2 of the 4 right, but you would have won 2 units because we know if you pick one team to score in the first inning, you can get those at plus 200. So I'm going to try and do that same thing today. This time I'm going to bet it with you guys. They're not going to be leans today. Let's go ahead and bet these suckers today. So I got 4 teams that are all going to score in the first inning. First one is going to be the St. Louis Cardinals, coming in at 7th in runs per first inning. Love that right there, going up against Hendricks, a guy that they know. 13 starts, 9 runs, 3 home runs, 9 hits, 9 walks, and 12 Ks. So target the Cardinals to score in the first inning today. Also, go ahead and target those Blue Jays to score in the first inning, coming in at 17th with runs in the first inning, a little over a half a run per first inning. They're going obviously against Hauser. We talked about him and his 13 starts. He's given up 8 earned runs, 1 home run, 18 hits. That's what makes me really nervous. He added in another 8 walks and only 8 Ks. I can see the Blue Jays getting a run there in the first inning, so I'll back them. I'll go ahead and back the Nationals to also score in the first inning. They're 4th in runs scored in the first inning at .69. Dunning is on the mound there for the Rangers. 14 starts, 7 runs, 2 home runs, 13 hits, 7 walks, and 22 Ks. But the Nationals don't strike out. We know that. And then I'm going to add in the Rays as well. They're 5th in runs in the first inning. Obviously going up against our guy, Mitch Keller. 11 starts, 8 runs, 1 home run, 15 hits, 7 walks, and only 12 Ks. So he's going to strike out the side while giving up a solo home run is what Mitch Keller is going to do. So Rays come in at plus 210, Nationals at plus 240, Blue Jays at plus 215, and the Cardinals come in at plus 190. Let's go ahead and get all 4 of those guys to score, or at least 2, right? If you make that bet, I wouldn't pick 1. I would do more than 1. It's hard to maybe kind of choose which one. Just like last Friday, I said take all 4. You'll come out ahead. You got 2 to hit. You won 2 units. Let's see if we can do that again today, and it's a steal. All right, 7th inning coming to a stretch. We've got to give these people our best bet of the day. What is it for you, Squirrel?
I also like the Toronto Blue Jays to score in the first inning and every inning after that. I'm going to go ahead and line them up as my best bet of the day. Currently, the line's dropped a little bit. You can grab them, I think, around minus 145 currently. I mean, to me, and this is so strange because we were talking about this game prior to doing the live stream, and the differential between 10 days and 14 days makes these teams look so incredibly different. With what you look at and what I look at in terms of time frame, right? Mm-hmm. So you're looking at, you were saying Milwaukee looks like the better offense in the last 10 days to you, and I'm still seeing in the last 14 days, Toronto is still sitting at number 2 in terms of batting average and most offensive categories. I do trust them, and the biggest reason that I'm going to take them is Alek Manoah, as he is tied for being the best pitcher, at least in terms of win rate after a quality start. He's had 11 of them so far. He is 9-2, and every time I watch him, I just feel comfortable with him on the mound. And if I lose at a minus 145 with a pitcher like that and an offense that I perceive to be one of the best in the league in Toronto, then so be it. But to me, that is the best bet on the board for likelihood of winning.
Cool, and hopefully for his sake, based on his game log, maybe he got his rough start out of the way last outing, and maybe he'll get back on track today. So cool. All right, you'll go ahead and take those Blue Jays. Hey, my coming to a stretch, my best bet of the day. God, I had something beautifully crafted today. White Sox, Orioles. White Sox were going up against Kyle Bradish. I had the most beautiful bet, and then I woke up this morning to news that Bradish is going to start Saturday, and we lost it because we won't get Bradish versus Kopech. This really only aligns because it was Bradish versus Kopech. I'm disgusted I couldn't get that. So now I had to change it. What I've changed my best bet to is German Marquez there. The Colorado Rockies have over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 146. Cashed in 4 straight. Cashed in 8 of his last 9 and cashed in 10 of his 13 starts overall. Twins are bringing in that 6th highest K percentage and the 6th least amount of walks. So love that. Some guys always talk about, hey, I want to do a ladder today. Maybe this is your ladder guy. This guy's striking out people, hitting this number. Twins are striking out. This could be your ladder guy. I think he definitely gets to 5 and cashes it at minus 146. 8th inning, we call it double play. We got to give you guys a parlay before we let you guys go. What's a parlay you're eyeing today, Squirrel?
I'll just take my steal and my best bet and put them together. Over 9 in the Rockies and Twins and the Blue Jays, minus 145. That gets you a plus 210, plus 209, something like that if you put them together. So, an over in the Twins game and the Blue Jays money line.
Okay, that'll be your parlay. My parlay, I'm going to do a little bit of mixed bag of player props. Let's go ahead and first talk about Mitch Keller. He's going to work his way into there. I'm going to say he cannot record a win today. He will not be able to get a win up against these Rays. Look, he's only got 1 win in 11 starts. I mean, that's it. He's got 2 wins on the season. But remember, there was a while there we weren't able to back him or fade him because he went to the bullpen. That's where he picked up his 2nd win. So only 1 win in 11 starts going up against a tough Rays team. They got the better pitching staff. They got the way better bullpen than the Pittsburgh Pirates. So I just don't see Mitch Keller being able to get a win. I think he probably goes 5 innings and that's it. Will they have the lead or will that bullpen be able to keep it? Not quite sure they will. So I want to parlay him to not get a win. And then I'm going to parlay Dane Dunning there. The Texas Rangers have over 1.5 walks. We kind of targeted him a little bit. In his 14 starts, he's had at least 1 walk in 11 of those 14 starts. And in those 14 starts, he's had 2+ walks in 9 of those 14 starts. And he's going up against the Nationals. I don't want to regurgitate the numbers, but let me just remind you guys, why did we like Tyler Wells under 5.5 hits? Because the Nationals draw walks while not striking out. And I think they're going to draw walks here up against Dane Dunning. Just like why we like Tyler Wells earlier this week. So if you do Dane Dunning on over 1.5 walks with Mitch Keller not to be the winning pitcher, that comes in at plus 118. So plus 118 for that parlay today. Now let's give these guys all of our bets, and then let's do rapid fire. Rapid fire, where I'm also going to announce a free giveaway when we get to rapid fire. So let's go through our bets, and then let's talk a giveaway, and then let's talk all these games. Why don't you, you're on Blue Jays money line.
Yeah, yep, that's it. Oh my God, what do you got going on over there, dude?
I got best days Friday, baby. It's payday. It's payday, baby. What do you mean what I got going? It's payday. Hell yeah, payday.
Go ahead, dude.
All right, Cardinals team total over 4.5 runs. Get that at minus 115. We'll do that Rockies F5 team total over 1.5 runs at minus 145. Mitch Keller is going to get us over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 114. Hauser is also going to go over 3.5 strikeouts at minus 127. Marquez will be the next one to give us a cash at over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 146. Loreno, there of the Athletics, he's going to get over 1.5 total bases at plus 110. And then I did it. I'm backing those 4 teams to score in the first inning. And I did a full unit on every single one of those. Rays, Nationals, Cardinals, and Blue Jays. And then again, my double play of the day had to get in there at plus 118. Love the way that research matched up. So love it right there. All right, let's talk about all these games, obviously from a run line, money line, over-under perspective. And before I do that, I am going to take, after this show, maybe Squirrel and I will collaborate, I'm going to do a big parlay. Big parlay will probably be around 6 legs. Probably going to put about $50 on it. It'll pay out multiple thousands after this show because I can't see these comments during the live broadcast. Comment on this. We'll figure out what the payout is. We'll figure out how many people want to pay it. But if that parlay hits, I'll try and hook everybody up with some money on Monday. So make sure you drop a comment on this video after the live session ends so I can go back over this weekend and see your comments. So with that being said, let's have us a good rapid fire here. Put together a parlay and let's bring it home for the people.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off here with that first game. You've got Mets and Marlins over under of 7. Mets at plus 115. Marlins at minus 135. What do you think, Squirrel?
I'm going to show Alcantara some love, take him on the money line, and hope for the best there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel too scared for an under. I don't know why. I don't like it.
I'm going to do under 7. I'm going to say Sandy shows up. Okay. Taiwan shows up. I'm going to do under 7. That's what
I think they both show up. I don't know why. To me, the under, when it gets too low like that, I just feel afraid. I don't know. That's just me.
That one sounds like it's probably not going to make the free giveaway parlay. I'm a little unsure about that one. Astros and Yankees. This one I like an over 7.5 in Astros and Yankees. Astros plus 110, Yankees minus 130. What do you like here?
Yeah, I can understand that. You would have damn near hit it in the first inning yesterday, 3-3, 3-run bomb. That's all there was yesterday, 3-run bombs. Man. It was just kept back and forth, 3 runs.
Well, they play in a little league ballpark.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, especially that short porch on the right field. I think it is too. As I said, I'm gonna try the Astros again on the money line. Hopefully there's no meltdown once again. But
okay. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and jump it over to this Pirates versus Rays game with an over/under of 7. Never seen an under so low with Mitch Keller on the mound. Kind of funny. You got the Pirates at plus 180, Rays at minus 210. I'm going Rays run line, even money. That bullpen, if it gets in there, it's the only thing
you can play in that game.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Red Sox and Guardians over under of 9. Red Sox minus 125. Guardians plus 105. This feels like a tough game with Veta and Quantrill on the mound.
It is. Tough. It's an insanely tough game. I looked at it last night. I remember looking at this and thinking Red Sox off the bat, and I started taking a dive into the pitchers, and I think Quantrill actually slightly edges out Pivetta for a lot of kind of different angles, but I would be afraid, I think, to take the Red Sox for some reason here today. It just feels
be cautious.
Like not the move.
Be cautious.
It doesn't feel like not like an obvious play to take. I
agree. Yeah, Guardians with a better bullpen, and offense-wise, speaking right now, it's about even versus right-handed pitching. So I'm taking that Guardians at plus 105 today. Dodgers and Braves.
I would too.
Yeah. Dodgers and Braves over/under of 9. Dodgers minus 135. Braves plus 115. This one's tough. Tough.
It is tough, and I didn't really pick anything in it, to be honest with you. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? That's the thing. Is what do you do here?
Taking Freddie Freeman to hit a home run over these next 3 days. Otherwise, I'm not sure. He's gonna go yard back in his old hometown. But otherwise, I don't know. I'm gonna lean Dodgers, but I'm really gonna lean under 9. I think I'm gonna go under 9.
I have the same leans, but no real actual pick. And on the next game, if it's the Nationals, I'm wondering if I missed an underdog play on the Nationals.
No, you didn't. You don't want to mess with that Rangers bullpen.
Okay.
You don't want to. Rangers at minus 150.
First 5 Nationals, would you consider?
Yeah, Dunning's not going to have good control. He's going to give up runs. He's going to strike out some people, though. Holy cow, he strikes out people. Sure. If you want to remove the bullpen.
I liked Espino last year, and from what I've seen this year, I like him. And I know that the Washington Bats aren't bottom of the board by any means. Plus 135 doesn't feel bad. Let me look at what a first 5 is, because I would entertain that. If it's something that you're interested in, yeah, plus 135 for the same first 5 inning money line. It's the same exact price. So yeah, avoid the bullpen for the Nationals. They're terrible. I think a Nationals first 5 is not a terrible play.
It sounds like a nice piece for our parlay giveaway that we're going to go ahead and do. Orioles, White Sox. Up next with an over/under of 8.5. You get a plus 135 for the Orioles. You get the White Sox at minus 155. You are getting a full-on bullpen game here for those Orioles, so be careful. You're only going to see each pitcher for a couple innings, and they're going to be out of there. So White Sox are going to have to be adjusting quick to a new pitcher almost every other inning, or maybe, probably every other inning. So, man, I was ready to bet this game.
Well, that is true. I would like to talk about, from what I've seen last night, this has nothing to do with money distribution, just the line movement of how strange it's been. On the White Sox, they shot up. I don't even remember what they were last night, but all of a sudden I woke up today. They were minus 170. Now they're minus 150. It's bouncing like it's on a bungee cord. Then, I was looking at the over. I think I saw somebody earlier talking about the over in this Orioles and White Sox game. And now I've seen that even drop down another half point. It's over 8.5. I think it was over 9 or 9.5 at some point. So the movement on the board is weird for what I would think should be happening. It feels like a weird ass game to me, just in general. I would think maybe a White Sox run line or money line, but as you said again, they're going to have to adjust quick. But I don't think anything you get out of the Orioles bullpen is going to be good.
Well, that's why your price is dropping, because it's a bullpen game. As soon as hitters are on to somebody, it's like, well, he's out of the game, and we're on to another arm, and it's tough to hit.
Right? No, I mean, yeah, but just to see it shoot up drastically to minus 170, now back down to minus 150. I mean, it's just weird. Just big swings is all.
Yep. Orioles obviously did use those good bullpen arms, including their closer last night. He had to come in and get a couple out. So I'm still going to take the White Sox. They're the better team. I'll take the White Sox at minus 155 at home with Kopech on the mound for sure. So, cool. Blue Jays and Brewers are up next. You like the Blue Jays. I like the Brewers. What about an over/under? Any opinion on 8.5? I'm going. Going over.
Under with Manoah.
Okay, I'm going over.
We're actually just completely the opposite then.
Yeah. Let's see. Rockies and Twins. I of course like the Rockies on the money line for an over/under 9. I think you go over 9 on this one.
I love the over 9 on this game. I absolutely love it.
I mean, each starter is going to give up 3 runs. I mean, I'd be shocked if it's not 6 runs at the end of 5.
Yeah. No, or before. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that F5 over is the best play. Maybe I'll go look that up. Maybe I'll drop that in our parlay giveaway. All right, Athletics Royals over under of 9.5. Athletics plus 115. Royals are at minus 135. Man, those Athletics are going to be up. They don't win. I mean, of course they win with other pitchers on the mound, but they really
don't win ever at all.
They blew it the last 2 opportunities. I'm taking the Royals at minus 135. Just give me the.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Cubs and Cardinals. Cardinals at minus 155. Cubs at plus 135 with an over/under of 9. I'll do Cardinals run line. Plus 120 on BetUS.
Yep. Yeah, the way that those batters are hitting the Cubs. Also, I mean, yeah, backing up, how upset would you be to pitch 8.2 innings with a no-hitter and then lose the game without even letting the other team get an RBI? I mean, they walked them in, and wild pitch. That's so bad. Yeah.
No, I saw that on Twitter.
I won the bet and felt bad.
Wow. That's the gambling gods coming back at you then for that Astros money line. They're like, we gave you one, you feel good. So was. We're going to take that right on back.
It was the exact opposite. Yeah. I was like, I pulled this off in the 9th inning, and then I lost that in the 9th. That was just total, karma.
Sure, you score maybe 1 run without a hit, right? Because maybe you get a hit by pitch, stolen base.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
But 2 runs with no hits? I've never seen that.
Just hand the game on a silver platter. Here you go.
These closers that come in and walk the leadoff batter, that's the most frustrating thing. Just don't do that. That's what happens when the first batter gets on. All the other teams, oh, here we go, we're coming back. Can't do that. All right, Mariners, Angels, over/under of 9. Mariners plus 130. Angels minus 150. I like the over in this game. Both of these pitchers, Flexen and Lorenzen, just pitched 5-6 days ago against this opponent. Lorenzen got rocked. Flexen was okay, but they're both going to get rocked. Over 9, easy.
Yep. Easy. Over.
Phillies and Padres. Phillies come in at minus 130. You got, let's see. Oh, Noel's on the mound there for the Padres, or for the Phillies. Gore is on the mound there for the Padres at plus 110 with an over/under of 7. I'll take the Phillies. They showed up yesterday in a good spot. When they don't really hit right-handers, they showed up really nice yesterday against Musgrove. So I'll ride the Phillies. Maybe this is their turning around. And I like to be on the early come of a turnaround before the prices get all wacky.
Yeah, Mackenzie Gore's a lefty.
That's right. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, they were struggling against right-handers, and they handled Musgrove easily last night.
Yeah, I like the Phillies. I don't really like what I've seen from Mackenzie Gore when I have seen him, when I have watched him.
Yeah, that's going to be in our parlay, like the Phillies today. All right, Tigers, Diamondbacks. Tigers plus 1. Huh?
It feels wrong that the Diamondbacks are minus 165. Would you ever actually pay minus 165 for the Arizona Diamondbacks in any case?
Nah, just give me that run line for those Diamondbacks. They're going to win. Merrill Kelly's going to give them a nice outing today. He's going to show up. So I like the Diamondbacks run line.
I think I would lean an under with how the offenses are. I don't know. I mean, I don't expect the Tigers to really score. Should contribute to an under, and that's I don't see this and think a lot of runs. So under 8 would probably be my play. Well,
Diamondbacks are the worst batting average right now versus right-handers, hitting 164. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm just going to lean on Kelly. Maybe we do take the under. Maybe we'll change that in the parlay. All right, last game, Reds-Giants, over-under of 7.5. Reds plus 175. Giants are minus 205. Ashcraft versus Cobb. I'm taking the Reds and an upset at plus 175.
I would too, absolutely. Even if it's not a full unit, but yeah, I'm not. I'm going to continue to tell you until the Giants turn it around, which the last whole week I've said they will, and they will. It's the Giants. They have the bats. They have the ability and the talent. But whatever the hell's been going on in that club, to not hit the ball and get on base, I will take it. Ashcraft has been decent too. I mean, he's a good pitcher. That's one of those newer guys that I think's probably underrated until he gets on the radar.
Yep. Love it right there. All right, guys, don't forget, once this broadcast ends, go jump on the video there on my channel. Drop a comment on there so you can be entered in the free giveaway. We'll go ahead and cook up a nice little parlay. Make sure it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars so we can try and give away some money on Monday's show. It's the weekend, baby. Go enjoy your weekend. Have a good old time. Let's cash these bets. Let's cash these bets all weekend long. Don't forget to follow us on our Twitters and hop over to hockeysquirrel.com. See what bets he's going to add a little bit later on. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all those wonderful comments. And hit that like button on your way out. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy it.
Yeah.